Venderman here with FuturestraderElite to go over NQ pre-market prep on 10/15. This could be for NQ, MNQ. So let's pull us up this chart. This is set on the 15-minute right now. We're going to switch this chart over to the 60-minute. Look at a couple things here. On the 1 hour, you can see we got this. I put this green trend line in right here from that heavy drop on Friday to the drop we had yesterday. This here is sort of starting to build a little structure on the 1 hour. We had this huge gap. We still need to fill this gap down here. Oh, hold on. Let me change to a different cursor. Maybe you can see better. So, you know, we got this gap from where we closed right here to the gap up at the next open. We have this drive up into this zone. We drop down to here. This is where we finally get our trend line. As you can see, we are grinding back up. Had another drop here down to the golden pivot. And here we are right now. What we're looking at, you know, I'm expecting to see another drop back to this line. This baseline here is going to be what's going to help us build and maybe get back to the all-time highs. I don't know if that's really where we're going just yet. Things are still a little volatile. I would think that, you know, we got this imbalance box down here, that what if we drop somewhere right in here today with another good drop, something like we had here, and we tag that inside this zone for another push up. You see right here we got up here, had a hard time breaking this yellow line. Used to be a previous all-time high. It's going to be really hard to get bullish on this unless we can break this box. And so let me switch to this again real quick. That's around 25,044 is the top of that box, and that's where that wick hit there. So that's something to keep in mind. If we take this down, shrink this chart down, this will be another major trend line. We didn't quite get to it right there, but you know, this will be a daily or weekly down here. So we get down here and break this green line, we got some problems in the market. We need to be real careful if we get down here and break this line. Just something to keep in mind, not necessarily for today, but you should always have a bigger time frame picture in your mind, and this right here would be it. You know, if we were to break through this 1 hour line and take out this low, you would want to think, okay, we got this yellow line right here. You would be looking for a bounce in this zone off this line, because here's this low, and you know, we can come all the way back down here. We can break all this little structure it's put in and get back down to, say, this yellow line, and it's still a higher low from here and still build structure off that. But if we break this low, watch out. We got some something bad coming in the market if we break that. And when I say bad, I mean bad. That put us, we break that. You got to think we'd start tagging. We might pierce through these zone boxes because you get so much sell pressure if we break this with any kind of momentum, we'd have so much sell pressure that that would be at around 150. I wouldn't be surprised if you seen us starting to lose 100 points at a time pretty fast if we break that. So let's hope that we ain't going somewhere like that anytime soon. All right, so let's look at some things that we can maybe see for today. On this 1 hour, golden pivot is at 740. That puts us about 220 points from where it's trading at right now with the volatility that we've had. Last few days, don't think that it can't get there. The fact it's laying on top of this green line, you know, I'd be looking, if we have a hard pullback today, that's a zone, especially, well, it would have to be all the way over here, which would get into tomorrow by the time it hit on the 1 hour. So I would be looking down here on this trend line. First reaction to this area here, even first reaction to the pivot, you know, if we drop that far, you got to be looking for them key areas for them bounces, because even if we're in a downward trend, you can still catch on the bounce side, you can still catch easily 30 plus point moves if you find the right key levels to bounce off of. And then to the upside, no way, we're not getting bullish unless we break this box, which I'd already said. I think it's around 25,000, 45 maybe. And then, yeah, because then our pivot there is at 60. So I'd be looking to short this whole area until it proves us that it can break through. It might be a cleaner trade if you break through here, wait for the retest, you know, and then go in. We got these imbalance zones up here. Let's drop to the 15-minute. Some of these drawings are drawn on different time frames on this chart. So let's see here. Yeah. So I would say, you know, we get up here, we would have to break this box, maybe dance around on top of it, consolidate a little bit. That's a lot of drop left from where we can break this structure right here to get up here. So we're looking at it's 25,000. Man, this could be a fight from the top of this box trying to get back up here to this high. Now look, I put this trend line in up there. It ain't much of an angle, but what if we do get a push of 300 points? Look how close that pivot is there to that trend line. That's at 63, and that trend line over here, or right now, would be about 10 points higher. And of course, the further to the right of the chart we get over here, the closer, because that trend line's coming down. I would think there's a whole lot of things that could be in play. We got to wait till the market opens and see how much it moves. If it's really volatile today, there's no telling. You know, we could get another, say we got something like, you know, we're down here. We have this big drive up. That's down there around 430. I mean, that's 400 or 500 points. And then this huge candle put in when the market closed yesterday. I missed this, but the FTE sell signals fired in confluence with one another on the 1 and 2, and then the next candle was the 5, and then, you know, all that happened, and then that drop, and I'm sure it had something to do with news, but still the signals went off before the news hit. The biggest move happened after them signals were put in. So another reason to have them on your chart, be paying attention to. But because we've been moving this volatile lately, you know, we could open up and just be all over the place. You know, keep an eye on the pivots. I'll keep updating as quick as I can. If I see things unfolding in real time during the day, I'll put them in the live updates channel, because, you know, we got some great opportunity out here right now, as volatile as it is. You just want to make sure you're on the right side of it. If you're a trader who is a bull and you only like to trade long, that's fine. If you're somebody that likes to short, you're a bear, and that's kind of all you like to do is short, that's fine. But I would recommend and suggest that you get comfortable with being able to play the chart both ways. A lot of people only like to play one way and wait for them setups. You can capitalize on a whole lot more if you learn to trade both ways and get comfortable with it. We will, I think that's all we're going to have for today, but just keep in mind, get above this box. If you really want to be bullish about this, you got to get above this box. We get above this box, you could start thinking, okay, maybe we will try to push on up and fix the way all this looks. But we first got to break this structure right here, this whole box, to get that. Without that, you need to start thinking about plays to the downside and bounces if you want to go long. And they'll be out there today. We just got to wait until the market opens, and we'll see what happens. Trade smart, be consistent, and I'll see you guys in the recap.